only within the last 50 years or so have civilizations within humanity been in a state of like constant peace. And there are certainly civilizations in which, like, even today, that's not a thing, right? And our heart and our love goes out to every one of those, and on both sides, because we like you can't overcome hate with hate. You can't. It doesn't compute. And so love is the only thing. The energy of love is the only thing that can do that, right? And so, but the point is that there hasn't been in our like known civilizations within the past thousands and thousands and thousands of years, like a place in which you aren't in like trying to make sure you're constantly safe, right? And so, thankfully, in the Americas, there's like freedom is the first element. Like freedom is why the Americas were created, right? And so, like that, how grateful are we to have that? And so, but using that as a basis to say, what do you really like? What do you like? There's so many things that we think we need to be afraid of, that we've constructed in our mind and said, we need to, you need to be afraid of this. I didn't respond to this email, or, I didn't do this, or I didn't do that. Like, once we start, as Wayne Dyer says, once you get rid of the should haves, have tos, and, need to do's and all of that, you start to free yourself from these things in which you believe that you need to do only because your intellect made you think that, because you were fearing something as a result of you then making a decision to solve for it. Right. But then when you start letting go of those things and you start allowing yourself to then function from a place that is absent of fear, then you start doubting yourself less. Then you start making choices that are way more like constructive for your own and serving to you and the people around you. And then you'll reflect back and say, these things don't, like, these problems stopped coming, which is incredible. And it might be saying, how is that possible? Well, like, if you don't try it, you'll never know. That's all I'll say. And if you reflect back on the times and what your mindset really was in times in which you had struggle prior to that, and you putting your attention and your energy to, and then you think about things that you were, and you're really honest with yourself. You really have to be honest with yourself, and you really have to think about it and reflect on it and try and understand at a depth that you probably, don't frequently do. Like, what was my mindset? What was I thinking about? How did I approach that? How did I make those decisions? Did I make them from a place of fear because I thought something was going to happen or should happen, and then something actually did happen, even though it was good? And then trying to put those pieces together so you can prove to yourself that it's something that's possible, that if you start to function from that more consistently to where your decisions are absent of fear, you might start to realize more miracles happen than you could have ever imagined.